in a world.
Bro, it's Indiana.
In Indiana, from the depths of our secret lair.
Bro, it's totally a bookstore.
And whose fault is that? Fine, never mind. In Indiana, from the depths of our bookstore comes a well-coordinated coterie of serious kindred.
You're joking, right?
I'd rather be reading a book anyway. Fine. Come check out our chronicle as a bunch of misfit kindred drift from one crisis to another. Happy?
Bro, what happened to the voice?
Indy by night. We'll see you Tuesday.
Make sure I'm not dreaming something.
Oh, hey, hi, hello, welcome on in. This is Indy by Night, where Ian is dreaming things and telling us false stories about features that don't actually happen with clans.
That doesn't exist within a clan.
That's true. We're going to go around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing, and we'll go ahead and get started on episode 51, titled Retribution. And we will go ahead and start with Warren.
Hi, I'm Warren. I am playing Carter the Trebier, and I would rather be reading a book, which I have right over here.
Is it a good book?
Yes.
Nice. Next up, we have Hannah.
Hey, I'm Hannah, playing Meg Malkavian. Had to think about that, because I'm so used to saying Eva. Yeah.
Wonderful. Next up, we have Justin.
I'm Justin. I'm playing Ariella, the Banu Hakim, freshly minted kindred.
Freaking mint. And last but not least, as soon as they can hear us, we'll have Ian go ahead and tell us who they're going to be playing this evening.
Hi, I can hear you now. My name's Ian. I'm playing Michael the Ravnos. And I was kind of just doing my job until I was told that's not your job anymore. You're doing this one now. And things have just gotten more complicated since then. So, go team.
All right. And last week, you guys had a little bit of some investigation that was completed as you guys took in the library and sort of began to teach the new kindred, Ariella and Meg, what it means to be a Camarilla kindred, as well as sort of getting some information on what the clans are like of each one. Carter was able to use the library and provide some sweet books to Ariella as you guys were getting to take a snack before heading off towards a penthouse where you guys are not going to be seemingly overwatched by everyone's favorite Malkavian, Benny. And yeah, you guys were tasked with finding 3 relics that seemed to be taken during the attack on the monument just a few nights ago. One being a obsidian pyramid, a cross, and a text, a very old text called the Book of Nod. And that is where we are picking up after some heated discussion and Caleb stepping out and asking for people to quiet down as people are trying to handle the meals the way they need to be prepped. You guys finish up your snack and begin to leave.
I like hella fed, if I remember that.
I think everyone is down to like a hunger, and it's sort of
Yeah.
wonderful for most people.
I just remember taking out the frustration on Immortal.
Yep. Yeah. Gave him the good old Dimitri treatment, as it were.
You're not scared. You should be.
Exactly.
Help's not coming. What?
But And we did have a small cutaway and a cinematic view as Dimitri's, in the perspective of Dimitri and Eva, as they have returned back to Terre Haute. And Dimitri noticing that the place where his sire called home was leveled. And that is where we are sort of picking back up. You guys are in the process of leaving to head towards Ariella's penthouse. Anything you guys would like to do before we go ahead and move scenes?
Bart's not back yet, right?
Bart is not back.
That's probably good. He probably needs some cooldown time.
But Bart's the homie.
I don't know if Bart's actually the homie or if he's just trying to save himself right now.
Why not both?
Because that's not the homie move.
Yeah, he
Not how
could be
it
both.
works. No.
You've never even met Bart. I don't know what you're talking about.
She's met Bart, okay? Bart sort of took her phone and said, oh, no, that was Ariella, excuse me.
That's
No, you're right. You're right.
I mean, you did witness Bart breaking a phone, which is pretty rude, objectively.
Yeah.
Objectively.
It's a little much.
objectively, it's terrible. I know that last session I was getting ready to make phone calls, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I am good to cash in my side hustler for the session.
Okay.
To be able to do that. So I'm making phone calls to like old fixers, more or less, that are either trusted and in the know or actively kindred as well.
Okay.
You know, not everybody could be a kindred, but a lot of people probably know what's going on, and I'm just not going to tell people where this information came from.
Is there a certain dice pool for that, or?
That is... I know that it gives me dice, like I had dots in...
Resources and stuff like that?
Like, yeah, let me see exactly what the dice is for that.
You're good. While that is being looked up, Carter, Meg, or Ariella, is there anything you guys would like to do in preparation before heading to this sweet, sweet penthouse?
I was going to do that ritual to contact my sire.
Ah, yes, yes.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, I rolled for you last week, but we didn't get to.
You did, indeed. And it is successful. A few moments go by, and you just hear... You seem to dig holes faster than most.
Oh, I'm going to pause on that one for a second. Well, that's one way of looking at it. I would say I fill holes at least as fast. I assume you saw the footage.
That is a understatement of quite possibly the last couple of centuries.
Yeah, I really, truly don't know what got into their damn minds, but I handled it.
As I've been told, I am under the understanding that you have given the troublemakers the final death.
I left them staked in a yard. The son will do the rest, if the sheriff hasn't.
That is good for not only the Camarilla of Indianapolis, but for the pyramid as a whole, Carter.
What else could I do?
There's a lot you could have done, but I will say that you did the correct thing, James.
I appreciate that. I'll keep you updated, of course. If it comes to it, am I able to return to Chicago?
Yes, we still have plenty to do here at home office, as you will. But that being said, I am of the impression that you are occupied with some recovery.
Bluntly, I feel like I'm back to square one, and I'm not thrilled about it.
I was thinking the same thing myself, James. While your favor and you being in Indianapolis in general was thanks to Prince Costell calling in a favor, I would like to discuss with you with permanently coming back to Chicago once your retrieval has completed. And if I'm not mistaken, you're looking for some missing artifacts, is that correct?
That is correct.
One seems to be a book.
Indeed.
I suggest that you return to Chicago with it in hand.
This is just between you and I. You can speak plainly. Are you saying what I understand you to be saying?
If it's so between you and I, what am I saying, James?
That you would like the book recovered and brought back to you and not the Primogen here?
Specifically, the Tremere deserved the book more than anyone inside of Indianapolis itself. Obviously,
we would never have let it get stolen in the first place.
We are one of the same mind, James. And I believe the rituals that are found within the Book of Nod can be worrisome with the splinters that have of our own clan that have gone anarch. Maybe it'll put more of a leash back on them that they will not break so easily.
I don't know if it has anything to do with anything, but the sheriff here, Bart, who has been an ally to me, I think, seems to have some blood sorcery talents.
And you bring this up for?
Just strange. I was brought here to provide service of that nature, and it seems odd to me that someone here already had it.
Are we sure that he did not acquire it after your arrival?
No, I'm not sure. I haven't had a chance to ask him, and I'm not sure right now is the moment.
Well, if he did acquire it, there's only a handful of ways for that to take effect. And if that is the case, James, be careful. Not saying that you would be next, but it's possible.
Honestly, his power may eclipse mine. I don't know that he would even need to.
Well, and if I wasn't clear enough, your return to Chicago is fully reliant on you recovering said book.
You were not clear enough. That's good to know.
I apologize. Our communications have been rusty over the last year and a half.
It's been exciting times.
Yes, but our prince is getting restless and frustrated with the movements of Indianapolis for quite some time. And I believe that Tremere would do well to hold our place within Chicago with that book, Carter.
Is it important at all that this is done in secret, or is the prince going to extend protection for my acquisition?
As the Prince of Chicago still will not have access to said book, secret must be of the utmost importance.
Ah, this is a you and I thing. Okay.
It is our clan thing, not necessarily just you and I.
Well, it's a pyramid. You give me an order, and it's our clan.
Indeed.
All right, I will stay in touch.
Please do, Carter. You feel the line disconnect.
Well, shit.
All good over there, bud?
Kindred, man. Oh, it's great. Kindred are the best.
Oh, we're a bunch of grade A model students all the time. Well,
Yeah.
you might actually be. I don't know. You give me lots of you didn't party and got A's in high school kind of energy.
We must have partied at some point and became a kindred.
Valid. So, Bruce,
Yes.
I put it in our little chat there, but for Side Hustler, once per session, you get your hands on an item, a piece of information, or access to an event as if you had 2 dots in the appropriate resources, contacts, or influence backgrounds.
That is very good for you, as you do put out some calls, and this is going to take a decent part of this evening, but the evening is very much still young, but you are piecing together email trails, websites that are bouncing back and forth, phone calls, but this is what you're going to be doing for the next bit of this evening.
Okay, cool. So then, throughout the car ride, because we are headed to the penthouse, right? Yeah, so throughout the car ride, it's lots of like answering the phone. Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Click. Sending text messages. All right. Yeah. No, that's what the other guy told me. No. Bye. And hanging up, and just like sporadic machine gun phone calls and other texting and correspondence.
All right.
Feels
And
kind of good to be working again.
exactly. It does indeed. Ariella, is there anything you need to do to prepare your new guests for the penthouse that you're going to arrive to?
You know, it's a building that, you know, it's controlled access, a doorman, security detail at the front counter. You know, take the elevator up. Not like heavy security, just like, you know, typical building security, couple guys in uniforms.
Sure.
Head up, top floor, opens up, you know, floor to ceiling windows, beautifully decorated. Looks like something straight out of a magazine, you know, high end magazine, you know, everything's white and pristine and, you know, lots of chrome, you know, stainless steel, everything for appliances. And there's a young African American woman who's waiting, and she immediately kind of approaches Ariella and like hands her a bunch of like notices, you know, like obviously while you're away. And she's just kind of doesn't even acknowledge you guys as she comes inside and just starts kind of flicking through these things and immediately hopping on her laptop and starting to make phone calls. Arabesh will obviously direct these guys to whatever they need.
Arabesh.
It's my retainer.
You already have. I guess it doesn't have to be a ghoul retainer.
It's weird.
yet.
Damn, you got weird, potent blood. You've been a kindred all of.
It already has a ghoul.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been a kindred for 24 hours, and you've got your own. Wow. Hashtag justice for
Oh shit! Now we got. At least you got a new one now.
Exactly.
Hashtag rest in peace, Hunter. I don't know where my boy went.
I don't know if Bruce, if you could do a South African accent, but
I cannot. Well, weirdly enough, I cannot, and I'm not going to embarrass myself to attempt it. But as it stands, you go ahead and everyone. It is a very, very beautiful building. High level of power and status rides through these individuals as Ariella sort of passes by them. But you have officially made it to a penthouse suite.
In between phone calls and stuff, I'm looking at I'm looking at how fancy it is,
Mhm.
and trying real hard to not look like I'm gonna steal something.
That's fair.
Like, this is cool. Not stealing it, but it's cool.
But you guys have all the books and ready to do what you guys want to do. So what is it that you guys would like to do now?
So, Carter, did you bring any books related to any content you found in reference to the artifacts?
You don't know me very well, so I'll allow it. But I always have books.
No, specifically to the objects we're seeking. We brought so many with us that I wasn't certain that if you found everything you needed while we were in the library.
Well, the great thing about libraries is you never really find everything you need, but there's always more to find. It's like he goes off on a tangent.
Hey,
Long story short, no, Carter did not bring everything he would possibly want, but he brought more than any normal person would think was enough.
Okay. I'm going to make some phone calls, see if I can reach out to anyone who might know, who might be translating Hebrew. So, I'll start there. Everyone have a phone?
yeah, can I get your Wi-Fi password?
Arabesh?
She nods and begins to walk over and grab a small, almost like business card that has it written out on it and hands it over to you.
All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Certainly.
Before I could even start putting in the Wi-Fi password, my phone rings and I'm like, ah, damn it. Okay.
Michael, if you need, my office is right over there. You can take the calls in there if necessary.
I super appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Once Arabesh is out of earshot, is your assistant aware of all of this?
No, we'll have to have a conversation.
So
But-
what you're saying is that we should lock ourselves in your office so that she doesn't see all these books.
Arabesh is very discreet. She doesn't
Oh,
pay attention to the things that I do. She stays out of my business. We have an understanding.
I'm pretty sure it was in the top 10 rules of all of our stuff that we got. That we should not be allowing. I don't remember the human word again. I know we're,
I just look at her when she says human word. I'm like,
yeah, humans. Sorry, I just kind of got a little lost there. Humans.
People
That's-
like us. You mean.
Anyway, we should. Yes, people like us, humans. I'm saying humans. But anyway, I think we need to just go to the office.
Please stop saying humans.
I pull out camera ring for dummies. That's it over.
Michael leans out of the office, kind of covering the receiver on the phone. Mortals is the word you're looking for, and then like disappears back in. Back on
No,
the
in mixed company, we don't. No,
We don't.
people.
Okay.
We're
Yes.
people.
Why don't you please all go to the office? Yes, that'd be great. Wonderful. Yes. Just crowd right in. There's plenty of
I'm
space.
gonna go do people things now. You know,
yum,
like
yum.
a normal human.
Eating all
human.
this people food. Yum yum.
Oh, yeah, can we have some cheese, please?
Taco
Hey,
Bell and scotch. Yum
Y'all are
yum.
fresh. What's the deal with wings?
Dude. Wings though.
No, they are way too messy. Not happening.
I'm gonna close the doors.
Ah, she's too rich for wings.
Back
Okay,
into the
fair
room. You know.
Exactly.
Michael's gonna shoot a look over at Carter, just like, okay, too good to talk. Like whatever, man.
Do you ever feel like you hire a new person and to be an intern, and then they're like the CEO within 15 minutes, and you're going, "What the hell just happened?"
Every single day.
Yeah, okay, because like she's giving me a lot of CEO energy.
And Ariella's not in the room, correct?
No, she's not.
Okay, just making sure. Then very quietly to Carter, be like, all right, so I feel like I should apologize for exploding like I did at the tower, but at the same time, it took a lot to not just like, listen here. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Is it something that I should like do to help preserve the working relationship? Is it something I should just ignore? I don't know.
I think we should just get through it, to be honest. It's been a lot, right? Like I've been through a lot, you've been through a lot, they've been through a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, cool.
Let's just roll with it. Let's get something to eat later and just get, you know.
Yeah. Are you down
Just
to
do the damn
maybe?
thing.
Are you down to maybe throw up tonight? Do you want to get wings? Do you want to try them?
Throw up tonight.
I don't know. This might not be the night for that.
I miss
I'll make the
Dimitri so
call.
fucking much.
So vodka and Taco Bell.
It was scotch. It was scotch and Taco
That doesn't
Bell.
make it better.
It doesn't, but it was
Um,
delicious, and you don't have to understand, crunchy granola boy. I'm sorry.
Also, I mean, the
We've
crunchy
been
part's
through a-
also okay, but the granola, no.
It just made sense. I was looking for crunchy things. I was going to go with gravel, but gravel's not appetizing. It's been a day. It's been a night. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm
Michael's
gonna
phone goes off.
calm down.
Fucking, and back to it.
Bruce, what do you need me to roll?
Sorry, I was out for a second there.
It was great. It was great. I was loving every second of it.
Miss Dimitri. Carter won't throw up with me over food.
We're super wanted. We were on the news. It's not that I won't throw up with you over food. I just don't think tonight is the night to go get wings.
Fair.
Sure, Dad.
Let us go ahead and do intelligence plus academics to see if you know anyone who would be in your circle to have those sort of skills for you.
So, one of my touchstones
Mhm.
is actually a language professor,
Ooh.
a French language professor.
Mm-hmm.
So, could I maybe sub? Charisma. Could I maybe, try to persuade him into doing some legwork for me?
Absolutely. We could go ahead and do charisma plus persuasion.
Let me talk to him.
And the DC on this, it's going to be 2 for you since it is a touchstone.
Okay.
Also, can I just tell you that it took only 51 episodes for us to be able to use a touchstone to assist? 7 successes. That sounds like a fake number, but I'll allow it.
His name is Philippe.
Now, I do have a question. Do you want to
Yes.
leave it as a messy critical, or would you like to use willpower to remove the messy critical portion?
Yeah, I think I'll use a willpower because I don't really feel like making a mess out of this.
So hey, Philippe, I got turned into a vampire. I mean, what?
You got turned into a vampire.
You're a vampire, French guy.
Okay. So, is that
5 successes now.
okay?
Okay. Because I'm assuming one of the dice you rolled was your critical,
Yes.
then.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and have that be a total of 5 successes instead of a messy critical 7. Which is still plenty to smash that DC. And he said he would go ahead and happily be able to either look it over in the morning for you, or if you could send a copy of the text that you are wanting translated, he could go ahead and give it a look.
Oh, no. I am just because I also speak fluent French, so I'm speaking to be French. No, I just need you to let me know if anyone in the Indianapolis area would be someone who would be able to interpret a tome in ancient Hebrew. If you could touch your connections and see what you can coax out of them, it's probably going to be something that would be considered illegal in most circles. So someone who's willing to put the how you say academia, the thrill of seeing an ancient tome over the possibility of doing jail time. Someone's willing to take risks.
We'll happily take a look into that for you and see if I have any connections that might rattle without breaking.
You are the best, Philippe. It has been too long. We'll have to meet again soon.
I look forward to it. While this phone call is taking place, Carter and Meg, is there anything you guys would like to do during this time? Carter, you said you were reading a book. Any particular book?
Probably something about the Book of Nod. Although about 2 minutes in, I'll realize that I really haven't gotten to know Meg yet, and while on a personal level, that's probably fine with Carter. He very much needs to understand the tools at his disposal, and he needs to know a little bit more about what Meg is about. So he will set the book aside and try to engage her in conversation.
I need you to roll a frenzy. You are willingly putting down a book. No, I'm just kidding. But don't make me do it. But you, Meg, you see as you're watching sort of the dynamics of this process unfold as Carter opens up a book, maybe gets a couple pages in, and would close it down and look towards you and begin to walk in your direction.
I would have also opened up a book, a random book. I have no idea what I'm looking for, but
okay. Let's see here. You open up a random book, and it is the history and understanding of the clan Bruja.
It's a good book.
seems fitting. It is. Well, the first page. I didn't get very far.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of a crazy night. But how are you? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm just doing great. There's this book about this specific clan Bruja, and oh wait, maybe I shouldn't say that too loud. Who knows who's around? See, I gotta learn all these things. Maybe, I don't know. Just think it all in my head.
Yeah, definitely. You think you've learned it all, and then your friends go off and do some crazy things and violate all the rules.
Oh yes, yeah. We some of us heard about that.
I'm afraid
I
everybody
don't-
heard about that.
Well, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but the majority probably yes.
So, what have you ever done anything like this before? I mean, this place is nuts. She seems like knows what's going on. Have you ever done anything like this before? Try to recover a book or academia, anything like that?
Um, no, I can't say I have. I sometimes I think I don't know. I think I do certain things, but then I forget. So I really don't remember what's going on most of the time. Some things are very ingrained, but not all.
This is where Carter remembers she's Malkavian. All right. Yeah, Benny. Cool.
What'd you say, Benny?
Oh, sorry. That was my internal monologue. I just sometimes say it out loud. It happens, you know. You
Yes,
probably relate.
I totally understand that. Yes, it happens too much. Yes, for me at least. I can't speak for you. I'm sorry. I'm not speaking for you.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Well, if there's anything you need from me, let me know. I don't know what we're looking for in these books, to be honest, other than to just get a general idea of what we're looking for.
Right. That since we don't really know where to start or exactly what we're looking for, sounds like an impossible task that they have put us on. But they're in charge, is what I've been told.
They are definitely in charge, and hopefully Michael will come up with a lead. He's pretty good at that kind of stuff. So.
Boom, got one. Nope, never mind. That guy sucks. Worked with him before. He's a turd. We're not following that guy. Mm-mm.
The last guy he turned us on to ended up being a werewolf. So
okay, we're gonna bring that up. After all we said was find someone to do the job. I found someone to do the job and it worked. So
Even
I
with the
don't know.
werewolves?
What about the werewolves?
It worked even with the werewolves?
So the dude himself wasn't a werewolf. He just hung out with werewolves. I think that's a very distinct qualifier that gets overlooked a lot in this story. But also, if you need something removed from somebody, maybe don't go to the dude that works out of a out of a repair shop called the Butcher. I think that was his name. Seems right.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the Butcher, 100%. Just,
Okay.
maybe find a doctor.
Yeah, that sounds safe. I'm gonna move over a couple chairs, like away from.
Again, looking at Carter like, why you do me like this?
I'm building camaraderie.
By fucking burning me? All right, fine. All right, game on. When I find a lead, I'm not telling anybody. I'm just gonna do it by myself.
Oh, is that what Nessa wants you to do?
Oh my god. What
There's
other
a lot of
laundry?
smack talk going on.
What other laundry do y'all want to hear about of mine? What?
Oh, come on! They all saw.
Yeah, no, that was.
Yeah, I can say for sure everybody saw that.
Yep. Had everybody's eyes on me, but you know what? It's a thing. It's fine. It's okay.
I mean, I get it. She's captivating.
You could say that again.
She's captivating.
There we go. You said it twice. She's something. She is something.
It sounds like Carter's got a thing for her. Maybe, yeah.
No.
Are you sure?
100%. I'd know.
Okay.
You can see like some tension set in Michael's shoulders, just like back the fuck up.
Okay.
Like
okay.
That, like the body language.
Carter suddenly decides that probably this joking line has gone a little too far. We don't need that kind of rumor getting back to Nessa.
Yeah.
Carter, do you mind just giving me a book that you think might have some sort of thing that we're looking for? Give me a word, and I'll just start reading. Because I don't think this Book of Clans is gonna do it.
I think you're probably right. Looking through what I brought, what is the most likely? What is the most likely book that will help somebody who I suspect is not super academic?
If need be,
whoa!
I'm willing to help.
I didn't say that. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't think you want an advanced like manual on blood sorcery, right?
Well, let me just tell you, I'm very good at research.
Oh, are you? You have a background in research?
I'm. I might. I don't know. That kind of hurt and stung, but I will get over it.
I like how she could hear the fourth wall. It's that.
It's very Malkavian of her.
Very Malkavian. If
I
need
see
be,
and know all.
if need be, I can assist with check the trunk after having just like grabbed a bunch of books and stuff.
Whoa! You have my books in your trunk?
I mean, I have a thing that's grabbing things to be prepared in situations, and this is a situation.
Are you the reason I've been missing books from the library?
Uh-oh.
You know what? Don't ask questions right now, all right? I'm trying to be helpful.
Um,
I was looking for the pictures.
as you're looking through, the only things that you could think of, there's nothing a lot that you could think of, at least off of the titles of the books, that would sort of align themselves with the Obsidian Pyramid. But there is a book about the Second Inquisition that sort of sparks your thought process, maybe about the Silver Cross. And then a book as well, you just have a book of weirdly, it's within the one second, what is the name of that sect?
Talking about the pyramid, I mean, am I drawing any connection between the Tremere Pyramid?
Not with anything that is obsidian. The only thing that makes you sort of think is the La Sombra pyramid that's in Terre Haute with shadows and the Oblivion, but that's a stretch to say the least. But that's the only thing that you could think of that's really popping out at you.
I'm not sure how excited those guys will be to see us.
Super, I'm sure. Sorry, I'm getting it pulled up because it's making me have blank. In the history of the Sabbat, it references the Book of Nod quite a bit, as the Sabbat is a lot more followers of Nod than the traditional, like the Camarilla or the Anarchs are.
All roads sort of pointing back to them, huh? So yeah, I will make that stack, and I'll say so. You know, the cross might be maybe something about the cross here in this Inquisition book, and maybe something on the Sombra for the pyramid, and the Sabbat for the book. Whichever one of those sounds most interesting. If you want to start there, I'll start on the other end.
This one. I'll just grab the Sabbat one.
Okay. And as you are thumbing through the pages, go ahead and roll Wits plus Academics for me, Meg.
Can I add my research?
You absolutely can add your bonus for research.
Wits and academics.
DC's will be 2 for that.
Okay. 3.
All right. It is definitely able to be found in the earlier portions of the earlier portions of said book, and mostly it's talking about the very, very beginning, before Anarchs, before Camarilla. Everything was underneath just followers of Nod or followers of Set. Both of these things are sort of where they originally came from. But the Book of Nod seems to be more of like a Bible for the followers of Nod. A lot of it believes to be mostly a religious text, but there is rumored to also have some sort of powers within it or rituals that might be able to further extend the life of a kindred without maybe losing their humanity, or looking for ways to return back from what they describe as a holy journey.
After like looking through it all, it would relay all of that back to Carter.
Carter's very impressed.
It is actually very, very quick. We're talking maybe about 45 minutes of scanning through this book. And it's a very thick tome. As she's just sort of scanning, looking through line by line very quickly.
Like, we are gonna get this done. I'm sorry if you seem like I doubted you.
Oh, you just got to get to know somebody before you make assumptions.
Yeah.
But is there anything else that I could help you with?
Well, we can move to the next book. Maybe we can try to cross-reference some of that and kick loose some ideas that might give us a clue.
All right, sounds good. I'm just gonna sit there and do the same thing, then referencing everything.
Yeah, Carter's definitely falling back into the answer must be in the books. So
Of course.
we're just going to read a lot of those.
And Michael, as you're calling through, are you looking for a particular item? Or are you seeing if anyone has seen any of the three? Or maybe all three?
I think since they're kind of looking at the Book of Nod real heavy, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll team up. We're gonna kind of all focus in on one thing. So ideally, it would have been like calling known fences, calling collectors or people who work on the behalf of collectors, that kind of stuff, looking for anything that may or may not be in relation to the book.
All right.
As safely as possible. I want to put that out there.
Of course.
Operating as smooth as possible. This was what I did for a living for a while.
Of course. And with the perks of having contact too, you eventually do find an individual who has mentioned that he's heard of a book passing through hands the last couple of nights. But the individual seems to only make movements at night. They're not sure if they just have a day job or what the fact may be, but they are just known to only really make any sort of moves at night, digital or physical.
All right. Do I get any sort of like name or like alias or known hangout spots? Anything like that?
You do. You get an alias of someone named X.
Oh. Guys, we're dealing with Elon Musk.
And they do have a, weirdly enough, which is something that is sort of jarring for you at first
Mm-hmm.
is that there's a coffee shop right off the circle. Like you could throw your coffee at the monument. It's so close.
The
That-
Jabruvian. I know the place.
Exact. No, it is a Starbucks.
It's not a known runner hideout.
It's not. But it seems to be that this is where, if you want to see this person at night, there is a very few, select handful of people that are allowed to be there. And X is the individual who is the one that was last seen discussing and very proudly showing off this book.
Like, for sure has the book or a book that looks similar.
A book that is matching the description. Unsure if it is the book you're looking for, but matches the description of what you've been given.
All right. Then yeah, that's when I get off the phone with that one. All right, gang. I got us a hot one here. Dude named X hangs out at Carter, you know the coffee shop right across from the tower?
Did you say X?
Yeah, like he's gonna give it to you.
We've run in. Oh, none of the people who remember are with me.
I've never met this guy. It's a dude named X. Look on your face says I should know something. What should I know? Download. Let's go.
Yeah, that is probably also a Bruce question. So I know definitely in character that there was an X that was one of the kindred that was taken by the Second Inquisition, but had disappeared from that prison before.
Yes, in that facility where you broke Baron Joshua out of, there was a kindred by the name of X that was captured from the Anarch rant and rave that you guys crashed and was then tested upon. But his cell was empty when you guys were going by, when you guys were in the process of checking for cells.
And other than that, I don't think I know anything about X.
You sure don't. You would, because you did look over their files when the Inquisition vehicle you guys had, and you guys had the case of files for every individual that they knew about. X was one of those individuals.
Didn't Matthew take those?
He sure did. He sure
Yes.
did.
And that plot line with him.
All right.
Yeah, so I know there was a file on it. I probably glanced through it, but I don't think I got much detail.
Not a whole lot.
Cool. Okay. Well, this dude has been all over this place, like this coffee shop. Really only moves at night, so I'm thinking he's of our condition. I figured mosey down, see about having a conversation. Do y'all want me to go handle that so you can keep doing research? Do you want to go as a group? What's the now?
And you said he has the book?
He has a book that matches the description, and he's been real loud and proud about it, apparently.
I mean, lots of people are going to want that book if he's been loud and proud about it.
That's what I'm saying. So we need to do something sooner than later, and I think that sooner is right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I am gonna have to make a phone call, and you know the phone call I'm gonna have to make.
Why do you have to make a phone call?
Because it's our heads right now. So having a lead delays our heads getting removed.
We're going to remove our heads if we get the book.
Yeah, but if we get stopped in transit or anything like that, if they decide, nah, I know what our deal was, and we know that that your homies are dead, but we just don't want to risk it. Does that not sound like the powers that be at large?
All right. Yeah, if you think you need to call, make the call.
It's more or less putting someone on notice. That's minimum or maximum, sorry.
All right. But if it turns out to be some werewolf book that he's waving around,
Then
gonna
we
be a
have a
little
cool other werewolf book. Congratulations, we found a rad relic.
crap, you're right. I'm sorry.
I feel like this is a
That would be
win-win
cool.
situation.
Yeah, no, you're right. It would be a win-win. It would be a cool book.
Because if anything, bonus
Probably has
points.
like coloring pages in it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that'd be amazing. I just want to know what they color like. Aren't they colorblind, right? So what are they coloring in like lots of like blues and yellows?
See if we can break J. Bruce. It's about halfway there.
It's probably got like a how to clean your own butt tutorial in there. That one didn't land as well with J. Bruce, so we're gonna go ahead and move on.
Nice.
I'm gonna call Nessa.
Ooh, girl. The phone call almost seems to go to voicemail, Blair, on the very last ring. Yes.
We're moving. Potentially found the book. Just wanted to let you know, just in case that Sword of Damocles there was looking at falling. Maybe you can delay it a little bit.
I'm surprised you know what that is, Michael.
I read books from time to time.
Doesn't make me any less surprised, but now I know.
Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of smart. I'm not just a handsome face. Come on now.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Anyway, is this something you believe that you and your group can handle yourselves, or are you needing assistance?
I am confident. It's one guy. So I'm confident that with our combined abilities, we should be able to just talk this out. It's across the street from your normal hangout. I might stop in to grab a tool that I left, if that would be amenable,
Of course.
just in case. Yeah, that's what we're up to.
Wonderful. And how long do you believe until you have said book in your possession?
4 hours.
Perfect. Call me as soon as you have it.
That would be the earliest. If we always leave room for things to go sideways.
I will say, you and at least Carter, I should say, doesn't leave room for things to go sideways when it comes to your old coterie members.
I'm not sure I follow. All right. I know I just made a big stink about how I'm smart, but I'm legitimately a little confused here.
Well, let's just say your friends will have a nice suntan tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. And I will let you know when we have the book in hand.
That is wonderful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'll just hang up. Michael's whole body language is just a mess all of a sudden. Probably a couple tears, like a couple blood tears there. And then wiping them away, kind of as turning around. All right, y'all. Since it's right down by the tower, we're gonna stop and pick up a couple things and then make our move. Everybody ready to go?
Ariella's not in the room, so
Grab you on the way out.
Gotta get Ariella.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're good. Anybody see a big backpack? I'll bring the book along.
You can ask Ariella if she has a big backpack.
Is there a big backpack in the room though? Can I see any?
There would be a large bag that Carter would have used to bring
yeah.
these books in.
I'll just hand it back to Carter.
I lovingly tuck each book into its individual foam insert in my bag.
I'm gonna go over to Carter and again, real quiet. Nessa just told me that they got confirmation about the bodies, so I think we're okay, but doesn't make it hurt any less.
Hang on, I'm seeing how Carter feels about that.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely looks a little. You know him well enough to know he looks a little surprised, but he doesn't. No big tell.
All right. Yeah, I've kind of felt the same way. I don't remember exactly what happened, but just to know that that's where we're at, right? Like that.
Yeah, I clouded your memory so you wouldn't have to remember. I'm sorry she told you.
I mean, if you're hanging out with people that do shitty things, then you should probably know, right? But I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'll miss him, Carter. But
All right, let's go get this book.
let's go get this book. Who's driving? Ariella, do you have a car that we can use? Some kind of
are
like.
you okay?
Some news happened about old friends, so I'll be fine. It's just tough.
Sorry for your loss.
Although, if the news hadn't come in, it's kind of like relieved as well.
That makes sense. Like, it's bittersweet. We don't have a boulder sitting over our heads anymore, but we do have the bad news of friends.
I'm sorry. She reaches out, kind of touches you on the shoulder in a very plutonic sort of.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But we have a lead. We got a good lead. We just gotta,
wonderful.
we just gotta act on it.
I called my contact, and I'm just waiting to hear back. He's, it's early morning there, so things are probably a little bit different with the type of crowd he's trying to reach out to. So
Makes sense. This is back down by the monument.
okay,
Is the lead? Would you be able to get us back down there? Could we borrow a car or anything like that? I don't want to drive you all the way around all the time. Like, I don't want to drag you everywhere, but
no, it's fine. I'm part of this, so it's best I tag along and see how this sort of thing is done.
valid. Quick plan that I kind of had, just so we're all on the same page before we actually roll out on this. Is that cool?
Sure.
All right. This guy likes to hang out in this coffee shop, so I'd rather do this subtle than make a big scene, given the fact that we just made a big scene and it caused this whole mess. But I am gonna stop by the monument across and see about picking up a tool, more or less, just in case, something to make a point, maybe put somebody down if needed.
And I'm curious, and I don't know what protocol is here, but since Meg and I are unknown quantities, do you think maybe we should do some scouting?
Oh, that's very smart.
I think that's really smart. I think that's probably the better way to do it. I was planning on walking in and going, "Give me the damn book," and if he said no, then we kind of do the thing. But that's probably better.
I think we probably would have workshopped that on the way there, but Ariel's plan is great.
Well,
It's been a long. I'm not. That's not a criticism.
no, I get
It's
you.
not a
I get you.
criticism.
I'm trying real hard to not get defensive on that one. I totally...
Just from a teaching perspective, right? I don't want our new
Yeah.
new kindred to think that walking in and demanding and shooting is our MO.
If you'll give me a
I mean,
moment
it's
to
not
change.
our MO, but it is. It has worked in the past, but it has also gotten some people in some trouble.
So we're gonna need 6 propane tanks and one of those bricks of C4 that we got.
I'm gonna go put on something that's a little more bohemian chic, so we at least look like we belong together.
Ooh.
Ariella, what size shoe are you?
I am a 6.
Oh, that's way too small. All right, we might have to stop and get me some shoes. These heels are killing me.
What size?
Like an 8?
Arabesh,
Yes.
check the things from Balenciaga, some of the sneakers. I think Kanye sent something over. I'm sure we've got some 8s in there somewhere.
Of course, I'm
like-
sure.
Are you just like a 500s level professor at a college where you just know these people?
No, I make problems go away in my regular life. You know, unwanted pregnancies, people who are trying to extort money from particularly highly involved or engaged. I help those things disappear.
You would have loved. You would have loved Dimitri. Y'all would have been best friends. Good lord.
Okay.
Nah, it's just he was real good at making problems go away. Also, just in a very different sense.
I understand. Usually
He was
mine
also really good
involve
at making problems.
payoffs
Yeah.
and, you know, subtleties, blackmail, those kind of things. Those are the tools of the trade.
He did things in oops, I caused a problem. I better make it go away.
Ah.
You ever have one of those experiences where you meet somebody who would have been perfect to know like 2 days earlier, but by the time you meet them, it's just too late?
Yep, that's our boy.
Gotcha. So give me 5 minutes to change. I'll be right back. And Arabesh, I'm sure, can find you something. Do you need anything? What size are you? I'm a 2, so I don't know if that'll fit.
No, I'm good. My outfit's great. My feet are killing me.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure Arabesh will find something. I think she's an 8. So if push comes to shove, you can borrow some of her shoes.
Never had an experience like that. That's wild.
A few moments go by. Ariella, you're able to go ahead and change to your new outfit to sort of match a little bit better. And Arabesh is able to come out with a very nice set of flats that haven't even hit the market yet, but in a size 8.
Thank you. Hopefully I don't ruin these. If I do, I'll pay you back.
No worries. I get that stuff all the time.
Well, then I
And
won't pay you back.
Really don't want to pay me back for those. That's a $1,600 pair.
Oh, I'd figure out a way.
You don't need to.
I don't know
worry
the way. Well, I'm not going to worry now.
Don't worry about it. You're in my home now. You're my guest. So, okay. So we'll get in the legal Escalade.
Of
Title
course.
tagged, legit, not stolen.
That's so weird. Who are you?
Ice white chrome.
It's beautiful.
Is it? It's not a black Escalade. It's like,
Nope, it's white. A chariot.
It's weird to get into a not black SUV.
Doesn't say Gangrel on the tag.
I think we still have his limo stashed somewhere.
Spoilers, you guys definitely do.
We stole when we fled the scene.
Where did we put that?
I think it's back at the bookstore.
So we don't have it anymore.
Well, somebody has it.
100%. I'm driving it to Chicago if I get away.
Jesus.
Love it.
With that like
Oh.
the horn. That's how I always imagined that Castell rolled. You'd honk the
Why
horn.
not?
Yeah, he's got like a very JBL kind of limo with the horns off the front and everything like that.
I'll make sure and drop these guys a couple blocks from the tower, just in case there's people who might be looking out, watching. And then we'll kind of find a parking space near the coffee shop. So what information did you guys provide us? I mean, do you have a tactic you want us to approach? Do you want us to be asking about X?
I couldn't hurt. He's been pretty, from what I understood. Bruce, make sure I'm not making something up here, because from what I understood of it, that X has not been keeping super low profile. He's been pretty loud about having this book. So I'm pretty sure if you walk in and ask for him, he'll probably pop up.
Before we come up with strategy, perhaps, do you have any unique talents? Anything that you've developed in the last 24 hours that you are able to do that might help?
I seem to be able to make at least mortals enamored with me.
Yep. It's kind of cool when you can do that, right?
That's a solid play.
And if I taste someone's blood, I can glean information.
All right, so pro tip.
This one actually, we don't have to ask for the book at all. If I drip some of my blood on the floor, I can make it look for the book.
What?
One more time?
Whoa.
If I put some of my blood on the floor, I can have it search for the book.
Do that.
In the location.
I mean, worth a shot.
Is it going to get the book messy?
Yeah, probably.
I don't believe so. I don't believe it leaves any sort of trail.
Well, I don't think it was ever told that we couldn't bring back a messy book.
Carter's eyebrow twitches.
Yeah, no, so for Carter's sake, I don't think we do that.
Who says Carter has to see it? But fine.
I don't
see it.
I just don't want to undersell how valuable and important this book is. I mean, if this is, this is a very important book, priceless.
I understand. I don't think it will damage it. I think it does its job. It doesn't, I believe, leave a trail. That would be, well, messy.
Yes, it would. If that's fine. Do you want to practice any of this stuff before you go in to make sure to see how it works? Right? Do you want to see if you're enamorer? Like, hit Michael with it. He's susceptible.
What the fuck? Okay, sure.
Okay, I will activate awe.
I'll activate awe right back.
It doesn't immediately take hold, as it doesn't work, that way with kindred. But you can at least feel the powers take hold against you. You could feel the magnification of charisma oozing from, as almost like a light switch is activated.
Yeah, it's working. That's definitely there.
Okay, good.
And if you're curious, as someone of our condition, since I have awe on as well, that's what that feels like, what you're doing. The energy you're putting out. Just so you know, you can look for it, that kind of stuff. Other piece of information that I can give the both of you, because I don't think we ever really talked about this. we're a friends close, enemies closer kind of culture. There's lots of smile to your face, put a knife in your back kind of shenanigans going on. So just watch yourself.
Question, because we're very new.
Yeah.
Is there any way, if they taught us how to what do they call it? Blush?
Oh, yeah.
Is there any way that another kindred can tell that we're a kindred if we're blushed?
I can.
Is that something that's unique to you, or is that something that there's a lot of people who can do?
There's a lot of people that can do it.
Understood.
Some people, and it's kind of different clans do it differently. My big thing is knowing I can tell who has the beast. So kind of if you're a person or if you're a person, and whether or not you're down to fight.
Okay.
That's my extent of it.
So
you're-
chances are, if someone in there can do that, is it something you do to everyone you encounter, or is there something that usually tips your hand that lets you know, I need to take a second look at this person?
I'm usually sniffing, but that's just habit. So not everybody's going to be as perceptive all the time. But I'm usually looking. New person pops up. I'm gonna see what I can see.
Can you guys give me any other information about this X person?
Well, it's not DMX, so we know that for a fact. He's not gonna shut him down, open up shop.
He
I'm
blinks very slowly at you.
I'm out of DMX jokes.
Okay.
I've never met this guy, so I really don't have much else to go on other than where he is and what he's got.
Okay. Meg, you ready?
Ooh, Bruce.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
In my phone calls, what I've been able to find out if he's usually armed.
No one has been able to. He's never like flaunted being armed or anything like that. But he's not. He's not usually the aggressive type.
Okay. Cool. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And one last question on the investigation that I was doing there. Do we know what clan he is?
No.
Okay.
Because the person who gave you the information doesn't even are even aware that they are a kindred. Just that they move a lot at night, whether they have like a night cycle or what, but they just move a lot at night.
What is something we might go to an Anarch to ask for? Like if we're new kindred, what might we go to an Anarch to what could he give us? I just want a plausible reason for being there, because if we get him, I don't want to just have to stare at him like a moron and not know what to say.
How good are you at telling falsehoods?
Excellent.
Then you want to join the movement.
Yeah, that you got picked up by some stuffy assholes in the tower, and you want a new.
Do I want to connect myself to the tower?
If they know you're brand new, then connecting yourself to the tower might be a good way to at least keep the conversation going.
What if I didn't know my sire?
That's
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Because we don't.
Yeah. Valid.
So that's not really a lie. Okay. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna commit, and we're gonna do this. You ready, Meg?
Yes, I said I was ready.
Let's go kick some ass.
Car montage.
So we'll drop them off, cruise over, park up the street, and start heading down towards the coffee shop.
Okay.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Meg. While we're walking, I need to act like I know you.
Well, just new to this whole thing for 24 hours, of course, like you. And I've just kind of been living my life until now. And now I feel like I'm a crazy person. I think I was crazy before then, too. But, I kind of know a lot about you. Your penthouse says a lot. And, your line of work says a lot. I didn't really have a whole lot before this. I kind of just hung out with friends and didn't do a whole lot. So didn't have a job. Parents paid for most of everything. So,
How old are
you
you,
know.
by the way?
Oh, I'm 23. How old are you?
32. But we'll just say I'm 23.
That sounds good. Have you enjoyed the last 24 hours?
It's been a whirlwind. I think I'll come to enjoy it more. This is kind of, I mean, I'm really proud that they picked us to kind of do this thing. I mean, this is something pretty important.
This job or the whole thing in general?
Well, I don't really know about the whole thing in general yet. I'm still feeling everything out. But this particular job, I mean, this is ladder climbing 101 right here.
Yeah. Are you a little nervous at all about who we're working with?
You know, the way they were kind of treated when they first showed up, I mean, I kind of felt like we were being saddled with the kind of, the real dipshits of the organization, but they've shown themselves to kind of, they've got some chutzpah, I mean, what we heard about them, I wasn't so sure that it was all legit, but they've kind of, this last few hours, they've kind of showed themselves to kind of know what they're talking about, so. What about you?
Oh, I felt the same way about working with it. But yeah, so far I feel okay. Not, I don't
Okay.
feel in danger.
I'm going to hand you a pair of sunglasses from my bag, and I'll put my
I
sunglasses on.
I already have one.
Yes.
And I will. I'm gonna blush.
Okay.
So I'll do
Yes, I should too.
your else check too, real
Please.
Oh, dang it.
quick. And we're both hungry here.
Yes.
I can't wear these the whole time.
That's okay.
I love
My
it.
immersion is ruined.
So yeah, we'll step inside the coffee shop.
Okay.
Gonna be looking around like, ooh, like what's this?
As you guys step inside, it is an absolutely normal looking Starbucks. It has so the lights are definitely dimmed, and there is a couple of people behind the bar of just, but you could tell that none of the coffee makers are going. No one.
So there's no smell of coffee.
Correct. There's no. I mean, the leftover from earlier business.
Gotcha.
But no like active grinding or anything like that. And as you walk in, you see four individuals that are all, two I should say, are separated and enjoying a very full Starbucks cup of something, and looks like a set of very finely dressed individuals that look like they're having some sort of business meeting. As you can see, a stack of papers that are spread open in front of them in like a manila folder that as soon as you guys sort of walk in, they just close very slowly and politely and sort of just wait for you guys to pass.
I'll just and
Do
there
they
is
have
somebody
any
working.
drinks at the table? Oh, sorry.
No, you're
Sorry.
cool.
Do they have drinks at the table?
Yeah, each one of these individuals have a large Starbucks cup in front of them.
I'll just kind of, and there is somebody behind the counter, right?
Yes, there's actually two people. Both of them are wearing like these Starbucks aprons too.
Gotcha. I'll kind of head that direction. Like this is gonna sound really weird. but like I was told to come and ask for X.
Ah, okay. In relation to what?
They just so like I don't know. They said joining the movement. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Instantly, everyone in there's ears sort of perk up a bit. No one moves. If you wouldn't mind taking a seat over there, and he'll be out shortly.
Sure, thank you.
And he goes ahead. The person behind the counter goes ahead and puts out 2 large coffee cups in front of you.
Okay, I'll pick them up.
They feel like there's something liquid inside.
Okay, I'll hand one to Meg, and we'll head over to a side table. And I'm gonna intentionally just be looking right at Meg, not looking around, looking at Meg.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop the lid on the cup and smell it.
Smells very metallic-y.
I'll
Smells like nickel.
dip a finger in and taste it.
Definitely blood.
Mmm.
Welcome to your new life, cups full of blood.
Put the lid back on.
That's the new jingle for my Kindred Coffee Company.
I'm so nervous.
Why? Don't you do this stuff all the time?
I'm in character.
I'm just gonna pull out my little notebook and be like, "That's what I'm talking about."
Girl, duh.
So weird.
Do you want to? I have some blank pages. We could play like tic-tac-toe or something while we wait.
Have you ever played MASH?
No, I think that was before my time.
It's kind of timeless. I'll teach you.
Just a single tear.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll start
Which
playing MASH.
sparkly pen would you like?
Obviously, it's got to be pink.
All right, here you go. Throw her
Um,
all once.
I get to ask a couple of questions here. Meg, as you're in the process of handing over a group of pens towards Ariella, I need you and Carter to sit back and enjoy a story as you both get a premonition.
Premonition. Welcome to your new life. Sometimes you see some shit.
Carter, your eyes roll back a little bit as your vision is taken elsewhere. Meg, instead of yours rolling back, yours get very clouded, almost to all white, as your pupils sort of fog over, as you sort of step through the fog. Both of you see the monument.
Do we see each other, or are we just individually having the same premonition?
Individually having the same premonition.
Because that would trip me out.
Yep. Carter's like, not again. You see a crown laying on the steps leading up to the front door of the monument. Each tip of the crown is just soaked in blood. Off on the side, you see a wolf. Injured, not breathing. A little bit past that, You see a badge. Dirty. Covered in dust. You see a rose with many of its petals laid around the stem. And you see a couple of suits, polished, clean. And off in the distance, you see an A that's sort of encircled. Carter, you recognize this symbol as the logo for the Anarch movement. As you guys sort of both come to. Ariella, you don't notice Meg's eyes sort of change as it's too dark in here to easily be able to tell, but you can see that she's sort of holding the pens out maybe a little bit more after you already made your selection as she sort of snaps and brings the pens back. Carter, you are down the street a little bit with Michael when you come to.
Did I notice him
that's not
drift
good.
off?
You've noticed that he sort of shakes his head a little bit as he sort of comes back to being, but you don't notice that he's had any sort of premonition, just a slight head turn.
You good?
Oh, I don't know. I just had one of those fun visions that always seem to complicate our lives.
Oh, awesome. Where'd you go this time?
Oh, right across the street. And I'll relate to you what happened.
That's
So I like immediately just start trying to figure it out, right? Like, so wounded wolf, right? Like that's probably Prince Castell.
I mean, if he's not moving, not breathing, that's what I would think.
Yeah. And then flower missing some petals. I mean, that's pretty on the nose.
Yeah.
I don't know if some petals is a good thing or a bad thing. Or how bad a thing it is. I mean, it's obviously not a good thing, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is why I once we actually have a minute to sit down, maybe I should start reading books. I don't know. This is all very confusing. I do detective work, but you're out here doing I don't know what.
figuring things out 2 minutes too late.
That's my whole life almost, it feels like.
But I mean, if I had to guess, I think what I'm seeing is that this war, there's not going to be a clear victor from this war.
Mm-mm.
I didn't see anything that made me think Caleb, so either that means he's gone or I guess maybe he won. I don't know. But it sounds like
Well, wouldn't that
it's
be
not going to go well, and Anarch in the background leads me to believe they're going to take advantage of the weakened state of the cam and cause us problems.
Wouldn't Caleb's representation be the crowns?
Well, I was thinking the crown was the princehood.
That would also make sense, but Clan of Kings kind of thing.
Yeah, no, you're right. That would make more sense.
So, if the crown was beat up, right? What you saw?
The crown was beat up and bloody,
Yeah,
and
so that makes me think
the
Caleb.
badge, which makes me think sheriff, was dusty. So
Yep, that makes me think that ship's sinking.
Yeah, well, badge makes me think sheriff. Maybe that means Bart leaves. Maybe that means Bart is making a play.
Prince Bart.
We could do a lot worse.
We could do better also. Think we keep this to ourselves for a little bit, especially as we walk on in here, because I really don't want to walk into a movement bar unarmed.
Why would you be unarmed?
Because I don't really have anything on me. I have my sleeve stake, but I don't have anything that like, barks.
Well, check your trunk.
Okay, the last time. So
I put my rifle in there, so you can take that. I mean, it's probably a bad idea to walk in there with a rifle as well. But
bad idea to walk in with a rifle. But my bag of stuff is no longer a thing. It was in my truck. Actually, no,
I mean,
you got beat up for my bag of stuff. We're saved. Okay, then that means my bag of stuff is currently here at the tower. Because
yeah, with my rifle in it.
With your rifle in it. Okay, so we're just gonna walk in, grab my bag. We're gonna walk on out, and we've got some fun, interesting means of, meansing.
Sure. Yep. Okay.
Don't act like you don't know what meansing means.
No, I do. I'm just wishing I had 2 pistols and not a pistol and a rifle.
God, I wish I had 2 pistols. That would look so cool. Can you see me out here just like pow, 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 pow? I'd look like a badass.
Okay, remember, looking like a badass just recently got us in trouble.
Fuck. I mean, yeah, fair. But I would like something just in case before we walk in there, and I feel real bad that the other 2 are already in there. Potentially, I don't think either one of them are armed.
Oh, they're fine.
Let's
go. Here, you can take the pistol. I'll use the knife.
You got a knife?
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
not a knife.
That's not a knife.
I mean, it's a big ass like copper dagger. It's pretty knifey.
The knife is badass. Cool. So then I'm not looking to spend a bunch of time in the tower. I kind of just want to go and get my bag.
Okay.
And get the trunk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then get out. The fewer people that we get waylaid by, the better.
Sure.
And in fact, any I don't know how to say it nicely. Any no-namer gets kind of spin moved. Like, hey, we're on business. Move. Like, I'm down to throw some status and throw some weight around because we're on.
It's time to be a neonate for a second.
For a minute, it feels real weird, and I kind of hate it. But I'm also down just because there's a lot going on. I don't have time for you. Move.
That sense of superiority may not sit well with Michael, but your beast loves it.
No wonder I hate it. Yeah, we're swimming through people if need be. Like, just nope, no time. Bye.
There's only one individual who actively, not necessarily tries to stop you, but tries to have conversation. And that is Benny, asking how Meg is doing.
I'm gonna look at Carter. Like, help me.
How do you know Meg?
Just one of the new fledglings.
Have you been spying on me by any chance? It's fine if you have. I just would like it to be you and not somebody else.
Only because I could see you at the time. I needed to know that our new fledglings were okay.
So it is you. You're doing the mirror thing.
I mean, I am at least one. I can't say that I'm the only one because that would be crazy. But I am one, yes.
Okay.
Honestly, makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm not 100% against you watching my back right now.
Yeah. Hey, Ben. Just make sure you watch your step. All right, not in a threatening way. Just be careful.
You see Benny sort of sit up a little bit. Michael, are you worried about me?
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the idea of you.
That might be the sweetest thing you've said.
Yep, that's me. Big ol' sweetheart. Big ol'.
He does grab each of your guys' shoulders. And I'm sorry for the news.
Oh man, I was just starting to be okay this evening. It sucks a lot.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they sort of got what was coming to them.
Oh, not the time or the place.
But I do agree that it is difficult losing individuals you care for.
It really is. I don't really know too much about what happened. Like I remember the inciting incident, but not too much around what actually happened. I'm just hoping that they kept to the advice that I was given. Just didn't let anybody hear him scream.
Well, I mean, you could ask Carter. Carter's the one that did it.
I'm gonna look at Carter and kind of back to Benny. I'm not ready for that conversation yet.
Oh, gotcha. Well, this is awkward.
Nah, not awkward. Is what it is.
We got to do things we don't like to do sometimes, Benny. You know how it is.
100%.
Very true.
But we're on the clock at the moment, so
so am I. You know how it is. The truth never sleeps. Am I right?
yeah. And Ben, all this is off the record, right?
Everything is off the record.
Until it shows up on your podcast.
Exactly.
God damn it, Benny.
He sort of gives you guys another pat and like walks through you guys and head towards the bar.
The name of his podcast is Off the Record, and someone saying this is off the record, right? This is what he uses as a soundbite to advertise it.
That guy sucks, man.
Oh, you know who'd be really handy right now, though, is Tanner. Where's he at?
Oh my god. I don't think
I need
he'd
some
want
axe
to.
energy and like an eagle.
All right, so
For some
you
reason,
have
I was
been-
thinking of like the Axe deodorant, like Axe deodorant and eagle. I was like, what is happening?
Let's be 100% accurate. Tanner was probably wearing Axe body spray as well.
So,
What do you mean? He was running around freaking slathering himself in deer urine. That guy didn't put.
Well, yeah, but Michael would be grabbing him Axe every time he stopped at a gas station.
Exactly.
there you go. I'm not dealing
Oh,
with
you reek.
Hey, bud.
We
Girls
got to
aren't
do
gonna
something
talk to you.
about that, BO.
Girls won't talk to you if you smell like pee-pee, all right?
He's like, good.
I don't like girls.
I don't like boys neither.
I don't like people.
Exactly.
Don't like girls. I don't like boys. I don't like people looking at me.
But you guys are able to go ahead and get your bag and begin to head on out. As you guys leave, you guys are able to go ahead and head over to. You can actually get, as you guys step out of the monument, you can see the coffee shop barely lit. And you can see the now 6 individuals sitting inside of said coffee shop, 2 of which or your kindred in training.
I would have mentioned to Ariella just like, whoa, that was weird, but I wouldn't probably go any more into detail.
She kind of reaches across the table and kind of grabs your hand and gives it a squeeze. You can tell me later.
Oh, yeah, right. Right. And I like look around to see where I'm at.
Oh, Meg. You guys continue to sort of sit quietly. Music is slowly playing. Michael and Carter, I'm assuming you're wanting to enter into the scene now.
Want's a really strong word.
Okay. I mean, you don't have
But
to.
yeah. No, we do. I need that book.
If I see them rolling up and I haven't had a time to do anything, I'm gonna like shoot them a text, be like, "Stay the fuck out."
So are we waiting to go in until called? I guess we're playing.
Yeah, can we post up someplace where we can see what's going on?
Yeah.
And if it looks like it get in trouble, be ready to,
Yeah, no, the entirety of the building that is outward facing is all glass. So you can absolutely see, no matter where you're standing on this side of the monument, that you could see it fully as long as they don't go into like any sort of back area.
I'm gonna go ahead while we're waiting. I'll do the little incantation or whatever it requires for the scour secrets and bite my palm and squeeze a little blood under the floor.
Okay.
And send it searching for the book of Nod.
Okay.
That's intelligence plus blood sorcery.
Please.
Sorry.
Blood sorcery.
Carter feels absolutely stepped upon.
it's fine as long as the book doesn't get bloody. Oh, okay.
Sorcery.
Can we tell if X is out there? I guess we don't really know what X looks like.
You do not know what X looks like.
I just know
That's part of the reason why I want you guys to hold back.
Plus, we're known Camites at this point. Just walking into a Anarch bar would be
An Anarch bar that's like 50 feet from the tower.
Yeah, which is like super
still.
rubbing it in your face. Sorry, I'm new. No pull modifier. What's the DC?
Does it say on...
It says it can be anywhere from between 2 and 5. You said it. Here, I'll read it to you. The user makes a rouse check and tests intelligence plus blood sorcery against the difficulty set by the storyteller. Anything from a 2 for a single letter in a regular office up to a 5 for encrypted information hidden in a vast library. It also takes time, depending upon how big of the area it has to search.
Sure.
So like a single room may be scoured within minutes, while a library requires hours, if not the whole night.
Okay. Go ahead and make your rouse check first for me.
I can't.
I promise you can't.
Woo, I made it.
Nice. It is going to be a solid DC 2, as there's not a whole lot of places to check in this area.
That is a 2.
Ooh.
Success.
we did it.
As you sort of see the blood drop, you could see the bead of blood begin to head towards the back and disappear underneath the door that would lead it to the kitchen area.
Okay. I'll text, blood on the move.
Okay.
We're just going to keep playing MASH until hopefully X goes up.
And it's not long after you drop the blood where an individual who looks very much out of out of scene wearing, and it is, as a reminder, the very late portion of January. It is cold outside, and this guy is wearing surfer shorts, have very wild afro, and a tank top.
Does he look blushed, or is he letting his freak flag fly?
He
so to
is
speak?
he is blushed,
Okay.
but you can see he has a book that is under his arm, and you could see the blood circling him.
Book located. Stand by.
Smooth. Very smooth. I'm sure he didn't notice that.
It's tiny. It's just a drop.
I'm gonna.
I don't control the blood, bro. Blood does its thing. You know this better than
I get
anyone.
it. No, I get it. So can we see whoever this person is? Like, can we see that new figure walk in through from where we're sitting?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to try something I've yet to try in this game in 51 sessions. Fatal Flaw.
Oh,
Are you gonna make his blood explode like the last guy?
God, no, I wish. This is the power that I got so we can help Dimitri and Eva figure out how to hit people.
okay.
Like what we should focus on. We're kind of missing our combat people, but that's okay. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Try not to take offense to that, but all right.
I mean, I'm not saying we can't get some business done, but like you saw the way Eva used to punch. I mean,
I
Can you
don't
punch
feel
like that?
inadequate at all. Yeah, no, I can't. But whatever.
I can't either. It's okay.
Please
So I have to
just go
look
ahead
at him intently for a turn,
Okay.
and then I test intelligence plus aspects against either composure if I'm trying to get a mental weakness or stamina for a physical one. I'm going to pick composure because I think mental stuff is our strong suit here.
Okay.
And a win shows me how best to attack the target, revealing their lowest defense pool in either category, and provides a 2 dice bonus to attacks against that pool. If I inform anybody else about the weakness, they gain a 1 die bonus.
Okay. So it's just against their
Really
composure.
self-conscious.
Yes, it's intelligence aspects against composure.
And is it a rouse check to do?
I'm sure it is.
Then just make sure to roll that.
Roll that beautiful, beautiful bead footage.
Wah wah.
I think I can rouse check reroll that
If
because
it
of my
is-
blood potency.
I believe if it is, because you are currently 3 right now.
4 because I crit.
Oh, that's right. That is right. Yeah,
Oh, sure.
I'm sure that is level 1 or 2. Let me double check though.
I don't remember if it's 2 or 3. I'm checking right now. It's 2 or below, I think. Oh well. We'll eat later.
No. Because you are 4. Yeah, level 2
I have
or
4,
below.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, and I have a DC after willpowering.
I got you.
Yeah. Really, bro?
If I didn't get you, we're in trouble.
Of 7, so you will tie, which is a success because you're the active vampire. I rerolled the 1 die I didn't get to a critical.
Nice.
Okay. So you do know that his strength is going to be his weaker attribute.
I'm sorry, just mental. You only tell me the mental pool.
The weakest one of the 3, yes?
Yes, the weakest one of the 3 mental.
That would be intelligence with a 2.
Feeling kind of called out over here.
All right, I'll tell Michael that.
Okay.
If you got anything that targets this guy's brain power, it's not his strong suit.
Not really.
Yeah, it's not what I really wanted to be his weakness.
Sorry, I guess.
Challenge him to trivia or something.
So, where our former compatriots were kicking in doors and punching things, I think I'm the scalpel to their sledgehammer. I'm much more finesse in the physical way. That sounds weird. Pretend I said something cooler about being cool with unlocking things. Like, dang.
Yeah, you're a
Jill,
scalpel to their sledgehammer. I got it.
Yeah, Jill, you're the master of unlocking that, but like about me.
Of course. Smooth.
Very.
We were almost a Jill sandwich. Or Jill pancake?
Pancake.
Is that what the line is? I'm gonna have to look it up. Either way,
Um.
you get what I'm saying.
All right. So you do get that negative, and does that last for the scene?
Yep, for the scene.
As he sort of stumbles in with the book, Arya, I know you were in the process of making sure that you were absolutely looking at Meg and nothing but Meg. Did you turn your eyes once you heard the doors open and shut?
No, I'm probably looking in her sunglasses since they're mirrored. So that's probably what I'm watching in.
Okay. You could see, especially Meg can, but because of her reflection, you could see that he points to you two and waves you guys towards the back.
Okay. I'll kind of get up and start moving that direction.
Well, damn it.
Let's go see if there's a back door.
Yep.
I'll keep my eyes on the floor. Are you X?
Yes.
Okay. Well, they said we should come talk to you.
I'm gonna unseen passage and ghost the machine.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your rouse check for me, please.
We're good.
I'm
So
so
before I do
happy
that,
for you.
Before that, I'll go check the back. And then I'll vanish and head on around the back to check for a back door.
Okay.
Team outside.
And you all could see this individual reach in his pocket and put on a watch. And he sort of presses a button down on the side and talks into it. Carter and Michael aren't able to hear what is being said. But the people on the inside absolutely get to hear what is being said. And it is... 1 second. Where is my notes?
Something terrible. I can feel it.
It's going to be wonderful.
That means
Oh, no, I know it's going to be bad.
He wrote it down so we know we're fucked.
right.
He's been planning on saying this all week as I've been getting shit elsewhere.
He's been rehearsing in the mirror.
I have
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Where is it?
If only I had my out of character knowledge.
They will go ahead. Team Fairfield, watch the back. And that is where we'll go ahead and wrap up this evening.
Damn it.
It's okay. Team Fairfield's a bunch of idiots.
Even
Let's go shoot bullets at each other, man.
Even
That's how they're going to be watching the back. They're just going to be shooting each other in the fucking chest.
is that who that is?
Invincible, bro!
Yeah, Baron
Do we know for a
Field.
fact that's who that is?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Well,
We'll see how good they are at catching my bullets.
True enough.
Ooh, and I have your pistol at the moment.
Yeah.
sure do.
It occurs to me we did not get clarification on if we were allowed to administer final death in pursuit of this book.
Actually,
I'm going to
think
go with yes.
You
I think
actually-
we
did.
could. Yep.
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 They
That's
said-
right,
we
blood
could.
hunt. Oh, we can
They
eat these
said-
people.
Any kindred found in the possession of any of these artifacts were permissible to be, were blood hunted.
Could catch or kill.
That to me, the spirit of the law is that would apply, or that would extend out to anyone harboring these people as well.
Nobody's going to argue with us if we come back with
Yeah.
a book. That's what that is.
They're not gonna give a shit.
Does that?
And it just said anyone having these objects or protecting said objects are considered blood hunted.
Oh, so if they're protecting it, then game on.
I mean, we could really make the case really easily. Everyone in there was protecting the book. They all had to die.
What's up, you
C4.
Fairfield boys? Catch this bullet.
And with that, we will go ahead and wrap up episode 51, titled Retribution. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you guys swing over to twitch.tv/jbrews. I stream Monday through Friday, except for Tuesdays, over there. And this will be uploaded to YouTube on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and also uploaded to our podcast form. But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out, and we'll be here next week with another episode of Indy by Night. Have a wonderful evening, guys.
Bye.
Bye.